The fact of the matter is, not everybody who is giving you feedback is necessarily a hater. Sometimes they're just concerned, and other times it's just criticism. You need to learn to distinguish between criticism, concern, and feedback. It's very easy, isn't it, to just slough off when someone's giving us feedback or are concerned about us. They're a hater. How do we ever get better if we don't listen to feedback from people? How do we get better if we don't listen to criticism? So I'll be the first person to tell you there are haters out there. But I'm also going to really be the first person to tell you that not everybody who's giving you correction is a hater. We've built into this culture today that anyone who tells us something we don't feel good about hearing, they're a hater. Don't listen to them. And that may be the number one impediment to you growing. Nobody wants to hear things that are uncomfortable about themselves, about their behavior, about their business. There are many people in your life who are not antagonistic. In fact, they'd love to see you succeed, but they're observing things that they're concerned about. I remember my parents being very concerned for me, that I was making a bad choice. I wasn't using my college degree that I had worked so hard to get. My parents weren't haters. They were concerned, but I didn't slough it off. I listened to it, and then I put it in the category it belonged in. And in your life, you have to distinguish between these people. We're just sloughing it all off into the hater category. And then you know what? There are people who are giving me criticism. Hey man, wake up. You keep going down this path. You keep repeating this mistake. And so distinguish between haters. They are antagonistic. Your success and your progress is a threat to them because they're not growing, they're not succeeding, and they're being average. That's a hater. And so you need to be able to make this decision. But there are going to be people, lots of people, that your growth, your change, the transformation you're going through threatens them. They think you're going to outgrow them. You need to understand who they are. You need to react accordingly. You don't listen to them, and in some cases they need to be removed from your life, and you don't listen to anything they have to say. But then there are people who are giving you criticism. The second part is someone's concern for you. Maybe it's just that they love you and they're concerned. Love them back. Continue progress. Continue to go towards your dream, but don't categorize them as haters. Because of this hater culture, we all believe everyone's a hater. We start to have people who love us, who are just concerned for us. We begin to move them out of our life because we can't distinguish between the fact that they love you when they're concerned or they're hating on you. And maybe they're wrong, but treating them as a hater is completely different than loving them back and moving on anyway. Now, sometimes in our lives, we don't know. These haters out there, they exist, believe me. I have them all over the place. I've had them all my life. I'm so concerned for you as they're really rooting against you. They're pretending to give you criticism as they tear you down. And so, yes, it's a difficult line to toe because haters know how to pose as critics. They know how to pose as concerned. And so it's your ability to distinguish between these two people, keeping the haters in your life around you and letting their feedback and criticism and their fake concern for you could steal your dream. And they are dream stealers. Having said that, what might also kill your dream is you not embracing the people who are concerned that love you and loving them back, and getting the wrong people leaving your life, and not having the people around you who love you still close to you. And if you're not listening to criticism and responding to it, you can never adjust. You can't improve. We know the difference is whether they're intentionally antagonistic to us. Who should I listen to then? Whose criticism is worthy of adjusting to? More dreams are stolen by haters, concerned people. Even though the person who's giving you feedback has positive intentions, they could still steal your dream. They all can steal our dream. See, your parents who are concerned for you may not be haters, but they can still steal your dream. Your spouse may not be a hater, but they can still steal the dream. Your friends, they may not be haters, but guess what? They can still steal your dream. Who do I listen to? My rule is always this. I listen to somebody who's successful in the area they're giving me counsel in. In other words, you may have a loving mother or father who are unbelievable at being parents, but never became successful in business. I would submit to you that you should be taking advice and counsel on parenting but not in business. See, the mistake that people make is they don't distinguish between who the haters are and the others are. Bigger mistake is I see people every day who have their business dreams stolen because they took the counsel, the feedback, maybe not of a hater, but of someone who's never been successful in business before. This happens every single day. Why in the world would you ever let their criticism, their feedback, or their concern impact you in any way? That doesn't mean they're not a valuable person. Be very careful of taking their advice in an area they're not successful. If you wanted to get in great shape, you start taking advice from somebody who's not even in great shape, who's not even fit, and they steal your fitness dream. Take counsel from people who are successful in the area you're trying to be successful in. Is it not true that you know people that are in incredible shape but are a mess financially? Why would you listen to your trainer about how to get rich financially? Why would you take counsel from fools in areas where they're fools? If you meet a mega successful entrepreneur and you approach them with about a goal and a dream you have, more likely than not, they're going to tell you to go for it. Because they've been successful somewhere, they believe you can be as well. If you ever meet somebody who's really fit and you ask them, can I get strong? Can I get healthy? Is going to be the number one person to say, yes, you can, to encourage you to do it. When I'm getting feedback, criticism, concern, or hate from somebody, how are they doing in that area? If they're not winning in that area, their feedback means nothing, and their criticism is invalid. Don't take counsel from fools. I'm not saying the person is foolish in every area. They're just foolish in that area. And so why this matters so much is because it's where we expense our energy. So many people expend so much energy on the emotion of what other people think about them. In fact, the number one thing probably killing your dream isn't your hater. It's the energy you expense by worrying so much. It's your addiction to other people's approval. You're addicted to what other people think about you. And the issue is this. That's actually the symptom. I'm so addicted to what other people think about me. The disease is lack of self-confidence in ourselves. Build up your self-confidence so this addiction to what other people think about you is eliminated or reduced in your life. What other people think about you is none of your business.
It don't matter what your coworkers think. It don't matter what your siblings think. It don't matter what your children think. It don't matter. They have nothing to do with it.
They're not thinking about you. They're thinking about what you're thinking about them. What most people do is they project onto other people the things they dislike about themselves the most. We criticize in others what are the things we hate about ourselves the most. Oh, she thinks she's so incredible. She just wants people to like her. He's all about the money. They're projecting onto you the weaknesses and negative things they see in themselves. Either they don't work hard, so they criticize you for working hard. Remember, most of the criticism you receive from people is them projecting onto you that which they don't like about themselves. That most people aren't thinking about you, they're thinking about them. And even when they're talking about you, they're thinking about them. The more you begin to understand this, you really stop spending so much energy on worrying about what other people think about you. The more you believe in yourself, the more you focus on your own intention, the less you have concern with getting that acknowledgement and recognition from other people. Your own belief in yourself supersedes what anyone else could ever say about you. You are not your achievements. You are not what you look like. And you are not what other people say you are.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality.
You have to know when someone's hating on you, they're really hating on them. That is a fact, I can promise you. When you're hearing someone gossip about other people, they're typically projecting onto them and talking about things about themselves that they hate, that they wish they could improve. But rather than have the courage to improve their own life, they'd rather just tear down and criticize others.
The other thing that keeps most people from realizing their true greatness and their true potential, circumstances. Given my circumstances, ladies and gentlemen, I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. Some of you are going to go back and look at your dreams and brush them off. Whatever goal that you have in mind, I want that to be a goal that will challenge you. It was Osborne who said, unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow.